be tripping. And this is part 2. My I don't know, the live, I could not see the comments on part 1, and I'm only with my one device for right now. I should have brought my dog a laptop because I'm away from home. So I only have my cell phone. I couldn't see the comments. So I apologize. My apologies. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to come on back in. Hey D, girl, I only have one device with me. I left my laptop at home and I'm out. So I had no way to really see what was going on. Because usually if I'm at home, I have 2 devices at least where I can see it. Hey, boo, thank y'all for coming on back. I apologize. I don't know what had happened. Make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come on in. Thank y'all. We are back, y'all, with part 2. My apologies. I'm out, and so I don't have access to another device. All of my stuff is at home. My other device, my laptop is at home, so I couldn't even see. I knew something had happened because I said, "Can y'all at least hear me?" But the comments stopped. Hey Yolanda. Okay, thank you so much. D said I was saying, Lord Jesus, I need you to see. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. Good morning, Miss Lasanda. Welcome. Thank y'all for joining. Hey, Brittany. Yes, thank y'all so much for coming on back because I'm not at home, so I don't have my second device. We're out, and so I was like, oh man. So this is part 2. Hi, Queen Fee is in the building. Thank you for joining. Okay, Queen Fee. We were look, this is part 2. My live started tripping on part 1. We were talking about with BB how even I was talking about the cartoon filter. Okay. And so I was giving some kudos yesterday because I think you even commented on that post. And I said, people listen to us. People been listening, okay, because they have a more defined cartoon character. Well, we can at least see who it is. Okay, the other ones, we were like, who these people are about? And then even under a positive post, you get, well, why y'all looking? Yellow Sizzle, welcome back. Thank y'all for coming on back in. I had a little technical difficulties in the last live. And so I'm like, what do you want us to say good stuff or positive stuff? So yeah, that part, yeah, please hit the like button. Thank y'all so much. I'm just not understanding. Okay. And then I was talking about how on the skit, the little skit where they were going over lines, I was almost a little afraid that her boo thing was going to turn into Ike Turner. Okay. I started having flashbacks. So we talked about that in part 1 as well. I'm glad he took the baby, got up out of there. He must be, he might have had some therapy, so he might have even been watching the reaction channels that, his anger, he needed some anger management, things of that sort, because, yeah, it was a little scary, some of the stuff we've heard directly from her mouth, okay? And so we have moved over to the KOK. Hey, Jackie, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hi, Rose in Traffic. Okay, so people be tripping. I told y'all it's that type of season. Okay, now my thing is, Thorn, you're gonna go into a panel, and all of a sudden, you want to tell some things that were true, but yet on the other stuff, I think you were trying to fool people. Okay, if you're gonna go up and tell something, please tell the truth. Now we all know that video that went viral with her and her son kissing in the mouth, that's the part where she really became known. Okay, and people started really reacting to her. Even people in other sectors that don't quite follow her were calling that out. They just did not think that video was appropriate. D said, now Rose knows she likes what's going on with the, oh yes. So y'all, this is what is also funny. Y'all know how we have creator beef in like the Latrine sector. There's creator beef. There's now creator beef in the Thorn sector. Okay, the Queen of Kings sector. Now Thorn knows that she tried to play it off, but this kind of stuff, she likes. Okay, she likes it. So she's in the bushes and she just happened to find her way over up onto the panel. Hey, Queen Sandy, good morning. Hi, Janelle. And I just did not agree with some of the stuff she was saying because she was trying to act like the victim. And one thing with people that always try to play the victim, you have to remember the stuff you've done. Okay? Remember some of the things you said as well. Now, her and BB, excuse me, y'all, they have something in common where they feel like people are talking about their kids when people call them out on things. Okay. It's not that people are talking about your kids, but people are trying to give you advice and tips on things you could do to help, particular situations. Hey, Boo said, let's not pretend. Yeah, she wishes her mom would kiss her like that. Yeah, she said that was disgusting as well. Hey, Pam, welcome. So, after that, she got up there and she said, yeah, because one of the things she said that I never found to be true is, yeah, because I do all kinds of things with my kids. We go camping, we do this, we go. I said, what? Hold up. Who is this woman, Harpo? Because the stuff that we see on that channel, I have never seen her go camping with those children. I haven't seen them go to like an amusement park. I know when they were living in Hawaii, they stayed in the pool, okay? Probably took them fishing one time, went to the beach one time, and her son, y'all, it was almost like it was dusk going into nighttime, right? Well, wait, dusk to dawn. Which one is it? Y'all know what I'm talking about, the evening time. Look, I had to think, I was like, wait, it's just morning evening. But it was almost nighttime. She could not find her son in the water. Okay. And she said she wasn't going out there to find him. So thank the Lord, he eventually drifted back onto land. Okay. Those are the incidents I remember. Dee said it's a lot I seen over the weekend, but I'll keep it to myself. It was a lot of fake. A lot of that. Okay. All YouTube T said, girl, so many fakes and snakes in these YouTube streets. I know. Y'all YouTube T, you saw my post. I said, I'm not in it. I just sit back because I ain't trying to get caught up in the crossfire. Okay. I'll operate. Hey, I don't operate like some people do. So I was like, girl, when y'all did all of that stuff, okay, because that would be good content. We've seen the kids outside with her not watching the kids. The baby about to get hit in the head, okay, with bricks or rocks out there. We've seen the boys riding bicycles in the street and she's on her way somewhere telling the kids to go back in the house and they're not listening to her. And she has to almost pull the car over and get them, which I don't know what she would have done if she would pull the car over, but they don't listen to her. We've seen her take them to the park, and number 3 is hitting number 4, so he's crying and her not paying attention to them. When they get to the car, she putting number 3 in there. He kicking the car. He not listening to her. Oh, and she can't pop him either. Okay, so those are the things that we've seen. We have not seen family vacations and things like that. The most that they get to go somewhere is when they go with the grandparents. That's when we've seen them do stuff. The pictures that you share from those experiences. So do not act like you're mama number 1 on the top of all moms. Okay. We have not seen that. And that's the part where I get frustrated with her, is when she plays the victim and tries to play like we forget. No, we don't forget. We have not forgotten all of that. Hey Boo said they stayed one night, camped in the mud when surfing at night. Her child was nearly shark food and they rolled on graves. Wait a minute. Look, I missed that part. I missed that part. Okay. Hey, Pink Panther. Yeah, D, I believe she is. And then the fact that it's been caught because there's a whole hashtag and movement of hashtag save the kids, right? That's not a joke. Okay, that's not a joke. I hate that that was put out there like it's one person that was trying to attack her and say hashtag save the kids. No, it was a whole movement. And when we started doing hashtag save the kids and really calling out stuff, did y'all notice, those of you who have been following, that there were changes being made? Okay. Do not act like changes were not being made. Because I do remember we were in the one apartment and people were like, oh, where the kids sleeping? Okay, where's the food? Where's the furniture? And so when CPS folks started calling CPS on them, and all of a sudden they moved really quickly to a bigger apartment, she started getting furniture. I know D on here, D was talking about even the high chair. Okay, the baby drinking water. She started doing all that on live, y'all. Getting the high chair, getting the playpen. Okay, all of that was because it was being called out. So do not act like there was not a movement. Yes, it was. And movement started happening. Okay, the kids started getting fed. They were starting to get better clothes. Now she started bragging on the fact that my kids are dirty and I'm a hot mess. So they're boys and things like that. And someone left a comment saying you took that out of context. She was just saying boys are going to be boys. No, but this is not what we're talking about. We know that. I even said this on the video. I agreed with something. Yes, you can see your kids looking one way to school and they come back and you like, who child is this? Because they do get dirty. However, as a parent, do you teach them about cleanliness? Okay, do you teach them on the days they not at school to be clean? Because there have been videos that we have seen early morning, the baby even has a soggy diaper. Okay, they fighting over who gonna change the baby diaper because you don't want to. Those are the moments we're talking about. We're talking about when the boys are going to church in old looking shoes like they from a third world country. And it's sad when you did a whole video taking them shoe shopping. Where were the new shoes? Okay, it's always the older two boys that are looking some type of way. Dirty hair, clothes, all of that. Those are the things we were bringing up. So I hate that, it was made to look like, it's just one person has something to say about. No, it was multiple content creators highlighting those issues so that the children could get help. And yes, the children started getting help. Okay, they did. So let's not pretend that did not happen. Okay, don't come online now. I was with you on some stuff. I'm like, okay, I can empathize. Okay, but let's not pretend that it wasn't helping. Those kids started getting food and everything. They're eating now. It was times when they were asking for food in the background and there was not enough food. All YouTube T said the truth is in her videos. No need to lie when she's putting them out there. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. But see, she forgets what she puts out there. Miss Lysandra says she sounds like BB. I'm so sick of the fake mommies. Miss Lysandra, they have so much in common. I'm telling you. They try to hide videos, private videos. See, they try to put out a certain narrative so that when people come to their channels at first glance, it's like, why people messing with this person? They only doing this, they only doing that. It looks like they're a great, happy family. Well, where are the other videos where you were showing yourself telling all your business? You're going off on your husbands, your boyfriends, you're telling everything they do. Where happened to those videos? If it wasn't for the reaction channels, no one would get a full perspective of what is taking place. We have to see the whole picture. Okay, and they take that part out. Queen Tandy said, yes, she is, a big gaslighter. Right. Hi, Brahma Lena, welcome. Hey, Terry, thank y'all for joining. D said, it's no way I'll ever F with Rose again after all she did to people. You got one thing, F me over, and I'm done with you. Rose Love, what's going on? Yeah, exactly. It seems like some people don't see it. You have to recognize when you're being gaslit. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of gaslighting around these YouTube streets. People be tripping. Welcome to that segment here at the Open Book. Okay, hey, Boo said there's been a whole lot. Okay. Pam says, so we did make a difference. Pam, she better give us our credit. Okay, she better give us our credit. We were giving ideas as far as books for the kids, things they could do for play if they didn't have a lot of money. We were giving ideas. So don't act like that none of us gave advice and you did not take it. You did take it. Okay. Hey, hey, Queen, good morning. Thank you for joining. Girl, look, I woke up in the middle of the night and you were up with a whole crew on the panel. I said, look, if I wasn't so sleepy, because you know you take a restroom break in the middle of the night. I said, what yo doing? I said, you better go, girl. Peggy said, good morning. One of the older boys had a bike accident and they didn't even leave the bar. Brad response was shaking my head. You know what? I saw that. Those are the things she's not going to tell everybody, though. Okay, when your child gets hurt, you stand at the bar. Your husband doesn't want to leave to go see what the kid's doing. Okay, Bramalena said, woman of your word, you are up early. Yes, I see that. Queen Tandy says, it makes you wonder what type of mental her subscribers have. I don't know. Some of them probably in the bushes. I know one in particular that will come in the chat. Okay. And said that she found her through the reaction channels. But when she went over there, she loves her. Girl, but have you been listening to us? Like, I'm trying to figure out, yeah, she has her good moments where she'll put on this, oh my gosh, hi, how is everyone doing? Those moments where she's doing her OF branding and marketing. But girl, I don't think you really have gone back and looked at some of the videos that we have posted, okay? D said them kids went to school looking nasty. Yes, let's not forget. YouTube T said, yes, you start them young. Just because they're boys don't mean they have to be dirty. That's all I was saying. Okay, in that video. If we raise them with the standard, okay, just because you don't want to get up and take a bath or wear the same bra over and over, hey, look, I don't care if they are boys. Those are someone's future boyfriends and husbands. You have to teach them, look, or your husband, since he's such a wonderful king, okay? Look, show them how to clean themselves up, how to bathe. And yeah, boys don't like to bathe. Now, my son does. I guess he ain't reached that age yet. But you have to show them how to be clean. But I wouldn't have gotten on a panel promoting that dirty is the new thing. Okay, that's how it came across to me. Like, it's okay to be dirty. It's okay if people... No, if your son hair, and y'all, this is another thing. If his hair was all over his head and dirty, she didn't even want to get in there and deep scrub and cleanse his hair at one point. She put him in the shower like he was a little puppy. She stood outside of the shower and she didn't even have real shampoo. She put something in his hair and wasn't lathering it up, combing it out, or anything. So those are the moments. But in one moment, she tried to make it look like she's this perfect mom and people were coming after her and her kids for no reason. That is not the case. That was not all factual. So if we're going to get up on panels and do that, be truthful. Okay, let's not pretend that there was a whole situation and you started making changes. Give credit to where credit is due. That's all I'm saying. Just say thank you. And it's multiple reaction channels. Some don't even react to her anymore, but they were a part of that movement, to be honest. Okay? So yeah, just because y'all don't see some now that were reacting to her, they were very much part of that movement of helping those kids. Let's see. Queen Tandy said, going to church in dirty flip-flops. Exactly. Hey Boo said, when she videotaped her child literally, Let's not forget, okay, he was vomiting, didn't put her camera down to get them dressed. She's not going to put that out there, though, okay? Janelle said, I'm convinced she abuses prescription medication. She acts like such a Looney Tune with absolutely no real intention to do anything. Exactly. That one said, seems like Rose shows favoritism with, she does, with her younger two, in my opinion. Yes. And let me also say this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. All YouTube T says the kids looking for school clothes in a pile of wrinkled clothes on the floor. Thank you. And thank you for bringing that up because on the thumbnail, I put that picture on there. And so the person said, well, she never brought that up. She didn't have to bring it up. I said, dirty is dirty. Okay. So let's talk about it all. If you're saying, oh, boys are going to be dirty. Well, this part here, you have control over. You're the mother. So if you're the mother is responsible for washing clothes. And let's not pretend that it was only one location that the laundry room looked like that. Now, yes, mothers out there, we all get behind on laundry. Okay, we do. That's the reality. That's why I can use my empathy card with her. I get it. However, how are we changing it? Are you trying to wash clothes at some point? Because why is it in Hawaii, the pile of clothes is looking like that? Why is it now at the new place, the pile of clothes on the floor looking like that? Like, when do you wash clothes? When do you fold up the clothes? When do they have clean clothes? Like, that was definitely a pattern. So yes, I put that picture on the thumbnail because it all factors into the dirty part. She brought that comment up. No one else did. She did. Yes, people be tripping, Brittany. D said I seen it too. Okay. Hey Boo said, well, they are mastering the pole pretty well. She didn't talk about that. Did we not tell everybody we got our children going slipping? Y'all, I almost put some Diddy stuff in. I almost put Diddy up in there too. Okay, but but climbing the pole like they do the monkey bars outside. Did we tell that part? Hey, turn that down. Okay, let's see. Queen Tandy said yes, she does, and she is intentionally doing it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry, y'all. That one, yes, she does, and she is intentionally doing it and wants to keep them boys from being close as evil. Exactly. YouTube T said people are snaking and lining the streets. They're in here as well, some of the bushes, but that's all I'm saying. Any plans? Not any plans for today, though. Okay. Romelena said the pajama party was fun. Yo, I caught. Oh yeah, I saw that. That was very creative. Miss Lysander said yes, her and BB are just. Yep, they both try to paint a picture. DC, I see something right now that's not going to last, but I'll keep it to myself. Okay. Hey, boots on the ground. Welcome. Thank you for joining, sis. Hey, Daily Sips with Jazzy J. Thank you so much for joining. D said Rose like when people say and do things she likes. Exactly. Hi, Serenity Speaks. Welcome. Okay, Obi, I like the way you put it. They were reacting. Now, not kissing. Okay. Hi, Deborah. Let's see, making our rounds around the streets. Okay. Hi, Mrs. X. Welcome. Hi, Jazzy. Thank y'all for joining. Hi, Brett Baby. Good morning. Hey, Tangela. Okay, so Tangela said it's because she's filthy. Yes. Hey, Queen Braves. It's Dr. Braves to you. Okay, with the new name. Welcome. Brittany said, but a man can cook, fixing appliances, and cutting the grass. Exactly. Let's see here. Attention seekers and will do anything on this blue app. Yes, okay, for money. It happens. How Mrs. J? Yeah, it happens, y'all. I'm telling you. It was a whole movement at one point. So I just couldn't, although I'm not involved in the content creator beef and things like that, I do pay attention, and that part I could not let slide. Like, let's not pretend and get up on a panel and just act like things were just all gravy and everyone was coming after you. No, people were not coming after you. People actually were being advocates for the kids, okay, and calling out and highlighting some things about the kids. Until the fact, y'all, those of you who don't follow in that sector, though, she stopped going live for that reason. I really believe it was mainly for that reason, because when you're live, now she'll do it every once in a while, come live, people were finding all kinds of stuff that was happening. And so she had went to just doing videos and uploading those. Now, every once in a while, she'll come live now because she's promoting her OnlyFans. Okay, she's her own brand and market. Okay, so I'm like, girl, just stop. Okay, just cut it out. So that part, I was like, no. No. Okay. People be tripping. So those of you who don't know, this is a special segment. We had a part one to people be tripping. So part one, we kind of went over the president, what he's doing. Almost got us in a war right now. we kind of touched on BB, okay, in segment one. With her cartoon filters and her supporters finding their way over to the little open book channel. And even when we're trying to talk good, give a compliment, got something to say. Okay. So look, that's all I'm saying. Either you want us to give some props or you want us to go in. Which one we're going to go for? Okay. And in this segment, we started off with Thorn. Okay. And some of the shenanigans over the past couple of days that's kind of been going on. Brad Baby said she was probably the one using the food stamp plug. And yes, I do think she wants food stamps. Okay, I've been saying that. And she probably is. And the reason, oh, y'all, this is something else I noticed is getting to, I'm telling y'all know what that California sweatshirt that I do not like. Y'all is getting to that point with the steak. If they eat steak one more night, I am going to scream. And no, I'm not jealous that I can't eat steak every day. Before her people start saying that, no. But golly, y'all don't have nothing else to eat. And I know this might be petty, but steak every day. Like, you can tell, y'all, I'm just saying, you can tell when people probably be getting some food stamps. They get those food stamps. Child, they go out and get steak and shrimp and all kind of stuff that you would not spend with your regular cash. Okay, baby, she said, let me go for broke. They done about steak up all the way through August. They done about steak through August. Okay, let's see. Queen Brave said, yeah, it's too much lying and snaking for me. Yes. Mrs. J says stand out the drama and just watching from time to time. I will say the mentality of some people really boggles me. Right. D said, oh, hell yeah, she wants food stamps really bad. Yeah. That musty sweatshirt. I'm sick of it. Okay. She was, but you know how many people love to lie on others when they work for Massa. Bramalena said, not the California sweatshirt. Yes, that one. Okay. The house stank, meat, sweat every night. Arteries gonna clog with all that steak. I'm telling y'all. D said nobody should eat that every day. Red meat is not good for you every day. Right. It's all projection. Right. Janelle said, I'm still shocked and sad that there is so much drama resurfacing in the reactor sector just for attention and views. People take YouTube drama way too far. I hope everyone rises above it. Yeah, that can happen, y'all. And I don't tell people how to run their channels because they're gonna do, what they want to do. I just, I will say God is not the author of confusion. Okay. And I know that drama will bring views, drama is going to bring money. At some point, you just have to think to yourself, how bad do I want it? How far will I go to get it? So there's no judgment. People do what they're going to do. You have to make a choice also if you want to involve yourself in it. So if you in it, hey, you have to be prepared for what comes with that. Okay. You don't want to get, like I was saying earlier about even the war and stuff like that, potential war. You don't want to get caught up in a crossfire of people's egos or people trying to prove something and things like that. Like, it's not worth it, y'all. We just heard about the content creators that were going over it, going through this thing for years. And look at how that ended. And I guess, some people just think it's not serious, but it is when it becomes life or death. That's all I'm saying on that. I mean, they can do what they want to do. I just don't. I can support people without being involved in their crossfire, their war. Every battle is not for us. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. Well, sis is probably paying food stamps. Yep. OL top 1.5% only eats steaks. OB. Yeah, because she is up there now. I forgot. Hey, Erica Fresh, welcome. Erica Fresh, this is the open book sector. We cover a multitude of content, entertainment, the Queen of Kings, the Brianna LaTrue sector, Peach sometimes, Peach McIntyre. So yes, a variety over here, but thank you so much for joining us today. Hey Jay, good morning. Let's see. Is Dr. Brace, you said, what I'm confused about is that how people have time to create lives and start drama, but don't have time to get jobs, a life, or an Uber to get coffee. Ooh, woo. Okay. Now, y'all, what was going on with the Uber video? Speaking of Uber, when she had her older two boys, and I don't know the timing of all of this. Like, I thought the older two boys were out of town. It was kind of confusing. But she recorded getting into the Uber, and when she got into the Uber, I could hear her say, "Oh, I'm a blogger." Okay, girl, people don't see. That's what I'm saying. People be tripping in your real life. Okay, I don't care how you on this internet popping off and who you portray to be on this internet. In real life, those people don't know you. Okay, she was saying it like she was a celebrity. That man, whoever was driving that car, does not know her. If you have to tell people who you are, then you're not famous yet. Okay. So they got into the Uber and you could see them scooting over, the boys scooting over. And I thought they were out of town, but okay. And then the next thing you see her getting out looking like she had been crying or having an anxiety attack, saying that they have to wait on the side of the road because they didn't feel comfortable with that Uber. And she said her son, one of them was like, how long do we have to go? How far do we have to go with him? So she just got out of the Uber and she was waiting on another Uber. Like, what made you feel uncomfortable with that Uber driver? How do we know that that really happened and it wasn't a made up story? So I just didn't get that whole Uber situation. Let's see. Okay, Brahmalena said, right, not all money is good money. Right. D said, I should sit back and look. I don't mess. It's crazy. Right. Let's see. People are hard up now, risking jail time and your salad time. And your salad time for $200 and the line is diabolical. Oh, and y'all, she said it the other day on that panel too, and I just shook my head and laughed. Cause see, I never saw the original diabolical comment that y'all were saying that she said. And when she said it, I just laughed because I said, oh, this is what they're talking about. She doesn't know how to say it. I just caught it the other day. Let's see. Jay said, is this a different channel? Oh, Jay, no. It's just that I'm through YouTube right now. Directly through YouTube. It just looks different like that. Let's see. Erica said, okay, then I'm from the Mo3 sector. Oh, okay, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I know some other content creators from that sector too. Thank you so much for joining. Because Terry Dowd, he may have shared me out as well. He's a supporter, and that's probably could be how you found me. Yes, thank you. Yes, but I move around. I'll be in other places. Yes. Some people take this app way too serious. Exactly, Erica. Yes. D said, Jay, she's just not on StreamYard. It's the same channel. Right. Lame, she's really insane. Jay said everything is getting so crazy with the CCs. I've been spending time with my family lately and have been ducking in and out YouTube. But people are really going overboard with each other on social media. Yeah. That's true, Jay. Zero respect for men who sit and diss women and young girls like it's a flex. Nah, it's ugly. Okay. Yes, Brad baby. She said it again. I was like, oh my God, this is what they talking about. I did not know what y'all were talking about. Let me turn this TV down.
Well, whatever.
Okay. Boots on the Ground said, I love entertainment with Yo-Yo and Monique on the Splinter. Okay. Yes, I support them too. Thank you for joining. Let's see. When all you have in life is a phone, hoodie, computer, and AI, and you don't have anything else going for you, these are the type of people we encounter. Oh, you tell it. She from the multi section. You tell about, oh my gosh, y'all funny. Let's see. D said, I just like to have fun. That's it. All the other things I don't like, right? And y'all know we just cut up and have fun. You know, it's different, y'all. And I think I brought this up on my She Inspires channel yesterday. Like when we react to people or we just kind of doing roasting and going back and forth like that, you know, it's a difference from when it get into the danger zones. That's the part I think that people kind of get conflicted, where even supporters, they don't feel comfortable. They're like, oh Lord, what's about to go down? You know, they start getting nervous. They don't know whose chat to go into, whose chat not to go into, and things like that. Like, that's the part that people have a problem with. I've always welcomed everyone to my chat. Okay. I'm not the type, I don't do that taking sides, and I don't do all that with supporters and things like that. So everyone is welcome into my chat. The only thing I always ask here is that you're not disrespectful to the people in the chat, okay, or to me or anything like that where it's extreme. You could even have a differing opinion, and I'm good with that. Okay, I really don't have to be around people who have the same opinion as I do, you know. So hey, that's fine for me. Hey, Alexis, welcome. Thank you for joining, Alexis. So I'm glad that you were here. So y'all, tomorrow, I'm going to do The Imposter. I don't know if y'all have seen that short, but I wanted to do a live about imposters and being careful in the YouTube streets. So I was going to do that on tomorrow. Alexis, I want to use an example of something that she did that sparked this whole one of the stories that I'm going to share about how people can actually be different, okay, that can take on others' identities and you don't even know it, okay, on this app. It was a real life story, and Alexis really kicked it off with something that she shared. And then it sparked this whole little investigation done by some other parties. And then come to find out, this one lady had taken the identity of a whole other person. Now, I don't care what side we were on. We have seen this person, y'all, over the span of 3 years. So imagine how long that went on. No one really knew that until now. And so just kind of highlighting that story and then some other things that have been transpiring, we want to be aware, okay, of some possible things that can happen on this app. This is not a game, y'all. Like some stuff, yeah, we have fun and laugh, but it's some stuff that is being like, it's getting out of control. Okay, so Alexis, I'm glad you popped up because I just wanted to, without going into a lot of details on that live, just kind of highlight how you what really set that in motion first. Let's see. You meant to tell me that these people fake marching orders from someone who can't pronounce a simple word like diabolical. Well, I'm elated to tell you that is Dr. Brains to you. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Brad Baby said this is all fun and entertaining for us. We aren't trying to dox and going real life. If you can't handle getting a little roast, get off YouTube. You shouldn't resort to illegal activities. Exactly. Yeah. Hey, boo. She's been so elated. YouTube T said doxing people in line should be where we need to draw the line. Some have done that more, so I think the police need to be involved, especially the recent shootings. Oh yeah, in that incident, they probably will definitely investigate a lot of that and probably look into this YouTube stuff anyways. Hi, Blessed and Chosen. Thank you for joining. Okay. Jay said, I think as long as people are respectful, it's okay to agree to disagree. We all won't have the same opinion of a topic. Exactly. I agree. Mrs. X said, I appreciate how you allow others to have different opinions, but we keep it classy. Oh, yeah, y'all do. Y'all do. Hey. But you know what? And it's also funny, too, when we do get some realness up in here. Y'all know V will cut up, okay? And I let y'all, do that. And she even knows, like, it's so far we go and stuff. But, be you. I don't mind. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up with the comments. Yes, Brittany. Thank you. Let's see. Brad Baby said, I also we saw the real police documents from the lady that was swatted, and people in the comments are going to be implicated too. Just so you know, if you in the chat participating, they looking at you. Oh wow. YouTube T said the roasting each other. I get to know is YouTube, so whatever. But people information like government names, addresses, plus more. No one calls 50 right. Royal D said YouTube needs to do better because it's too much going on. Facebook needs to do better also. Yeah. Mrs. X said, I know there are certain content creators that are currently being watched by the authorities. I hope they are punished to the fullest extent. And yeah, that can happen too. Like with Diddy, he got away with stuff for years and years. Okay. It wasn't until they got what they needed is when they buckled down on him and got him. Okay. So yeah, you can feel like you're getting away with things, but eventually that stuff does catch up with you. And you don't want it to be like that. Like it shouldn't be like that. There are so many gifted and talented content creators out here that know how to break stories down, that have special comedic flair or know how to sing or know how to do different things that they can bring to their platform. Some of them just don't tap into that. They try to tap into the things that they feel will bring the drama, the views, the money. But you never know how when people see your genuine self and what you have to offer, they will, if they support you, they're going to support you even with that. So I don't know. It's just everyone's different. Like I said, it's no judgment. Everybody going to do what they want to do on their own channels. So I'm just bringing up just different topics, things that we see and have experienced. Brittany said to me, CC should talk about different topics. It gets old sometimes when talking about the same thing all of the time. CC's accept people for them. Yes. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Thank you for joining. YouTube T said, I've been saying let go, let God. And I have seen you say that too. Yes. And that's all we can do. And that I shared a real testimony of what I went through last week in part 1 of this. Okay. If y'all want to tap back into part 1, because my comments started tripping on part 1, which is why I had to come back with this segment. But yeah, I was like, hey, that's real life I was going through last week with people. People just being exposed left and right of who and their intentions. Okay, good and bad. You get to see when you're going through certain situations who for you and who not. Okay, not Bishop, but Pastor John Hanna was even talking about that this morning on his during his sermon. So if y'all haven't looked at that, I also shared that on my community wall. Okay, moving on to our next topic on people be tripping. So y'all, yesterday I also shared a little snippet of an interview with Bishop T.D. Jakes and Oprah Winfrey. Now, y'all, when you're under the fire, this is another reason why I say people gonna try to cover their own selves, okay? Regardless of you in trouble or not, you gonna see who your real friends are. Now, these people, we've heard of their associations with Diddy, okay? Brad Baby said, oh, the enemy didn't want you to tell it, huh, OB? When? Last week? Pam said, wow, OB, I watched it for. Yeah, oh, yeah, right, Brad Baby, yeah. So I just came on back. Okay. And I said, no, wait a minute. You mean to tell me this man had all this money, okay, having all these nice fancy parties, inviting all y'all celebrities. But then look how when you're back up against the wall, here they are on an interview. Now they supposed to be talking about something totally different. Okay, the whole interview was for, I believe, the promotion of his book or something of that sort. Now, all of a sudden, they want to see, they don't know where this trial about to go. Y'all know we're closer to the end of it. I think this week we'll probably get to the end of it. The jury going to go back, think what they going to think, say what they got to say, and come up with the verdict, okay? So they don't know where this thing is about to go, okay? Let's see. Rosie said, hey, Open Book, I received my certificate in the mail yesterday and I can apply for a position for him. Oh, congratulations, sis. Wow, girl. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. Brittany said 2025 is the year of exposure, like Cat Williams said. Okay. So now they're like, okay, and let us say this. Now, first of all, who asked y'all? Okay, so to me, it's almost like your conscience is bothering you. Sometimes you ain't got to call people out. Their own conscience will call them out. Okay, so they're like, well, Oprah's like, well, I just want to say this. I haven't been to a Diddy party that long. Okay. Okay, Mr. Sanders. Yeah, we talked about that in part 1. Yes. Okay. We don't know what's about to happen. If anything, and everybody might want to focus in on what's going on in this land while we all on this app fussing. Baby, we are almost in a whole war. People talking about World War III. And I wanted to say this too. I know the U.S. has allies, okay? But with this new president, I don't know if we got the same ally. I hope we do, okay? Because we don't know where we're about to go. But yes, we did cover that too. And people be tripping, okay? So, yeah, Ramalena, you don't have to have no need for them to say anything. Okay, so then she said, we only stayed at, I probably stayed at a Diddy party, maybe 30 minutes. And if y'all know me, I'm probably going to be the first one out of there. And I'm looking like, okay. And then Bishop Jakes, yeah, me too. Because I'm 70 years old. What a 70-year-old man gonna be doing there and things like that. I was there when it was staff and things like that. Okay. So who asked y'all any of this first? And I think y'all would have been better off not saying anything, because the simple fact that y'all said anything now people are really suspecting. And see, they don't know what tapes will be shown to the jury. See, I wouldn't have said anything, because if y'all have been inside of his home at any party, you're probably on one of those recordings. Okay. They don't know what people have seen. But it just looks suspicious that out of nowhere, they brought that up. Let's see. Okay, Michelle said, confessional, I used to chase Jake's conferences for years until one event, my eyes opened up. He was literally hustling us ladies for our money to be not hustling. Wow, Michelle, things just started changing. I started looking because I used to watch him every Sunday too. Virtually. He's here in Texas, not too far from us. Also, we've gone to some of his conferences and everything. But I think when some of these cases started coming out, it is multiple cases, y'all. It's not just the Diddy situation because he hasn't even been implicated in that. But there are other lawsuits and things that he's going through. He surrendered and turned over the church to his daughter. So probably just in case, okay, the daughter has the money, okay, just in case, or the church or whatever. They probably didn't start switching stuff like Diddy was doing. He had started putting stuff in his mom's name, his kids' names, and things like that, thinking they won't touch all of that. So yes, Brad Baby said we just got to keep praying for discernment and protection. Yes. Let's see. Brahma Lena said because it opens up the question, did y'all know what was happening after those 30 minutes? Exactly. Brittany said, it's crazy what celebrities do to get fame. How far will you go to be famous? I like when CC's talk about the Diddy situation. It gives a different perspective of what they think of the Diddy thing. Exactly. And I really, y'all, got to see what happens this week because I'm still torn on what may happen. I know what, hey, I feel. Openly, did you see the video of Shamar talking stuff? No, I haven't seen it. Jay said Mr. Sander is getting scarier by the day. I have all sons, 2 in the military. Oh, 2 in the military? Wow. And I'm fearful of what might happen. Yep, y'all, we got to pray, especially if you have family in the military. Yeah, Pam, keep that money flowing. Okay. Michelle said, I think a lot of people are afraid of those tapes. Yeah, because none of the celebrities have been there, y'all. They have not shown up. The only one was Kanye. Okay, he showed up. Now, I didn't even realize Lil Rod had been there the first couple of days during this trial, but I heard that they had been, he had been there also. So my thing is, I wouldn't have said anything because it makes you look even more guilty, in my opinion. Okay, I just really feel like if there's anything that they did wrong, you might want to speak now, forever hold your peace. Now, with those two also, I want y'all to think about this. Now, they said that about Diddy. These two people on that stage both have a connection also to Tyler Perry. Now, what are y'all gonna say about your friend Tyler Perry? Okay, now y'all don't want to be associated with Diddy. Y'all cutting off that association. Y'all gonna cut off association with Tyler Perry? Now that's gonna be a hard one because Tyler Perry has a lot of shows and things and in connection with Oprah. Okay, definitely with her. So y'all, this is gonna get interesting. Not only is Diddy going through, he needs to scoot over because now Tyler Perry has a seat next to him. He needs to scoot over because now Fat Joe has a seat next to him. He needs to scoot over because Shannon Sharp has a seat by him. Who's next? I mean, this is where we are now. This is where we are now. It's back to back to back. And so these people, it's going to get harder and harder to hide. You probably caught up in one of those incidents somehow, some way, your money or something. Okay. Let's see here. Yashamar got a response from Iran before that clear map. I have to look into that. What? Brahmalena said prayers up. It does not escalate. Exactly. Don't forget their ex-friend Harvey Weinstein. Hello. Let's not forget him. Okay. We haven't heard her mention his name. Okay. Tyler was on his porch singing a 1946 church hymn. I say, you're not fooling me. Mrs. X said Tyler Perry definitely has a seat next to Diddy. Exactly. For real though, I'm praying for the USA and all the troops. So y'all call out my little cousin Genesis' name. She's in the army. Okay. Brittany said, I was very disappointed with Tyler Perry. I like his plays, movies, and etc. Right. Yeah, Jay, I said him too. Scoot on over because now Fat Joe is in the seat. Okay. And of course, all this has to be proved. They're innocent until proven guilty, of course. But y'all, throughout the course of the years, like I say, people can do stuff thinking they're getting away with stuff. That stuff comes back. It eventually comes out. Okay. It eventually comes out. It doesn't matter that you gotten away with it for so long. Somebody gonna speak up and talk. So that's pretty much, I think, what ended up happening. It's just people, they got the right one. Okay. You fool around with some people, you can be bought. But then you fool with the wrong one that cannot be bought, they gonna speak up and then they gonna get even more money. Okay. And I think that that's what's happening. Mrs. X said dark to light. Yes. Shout out to Janelle. Thank you, sis, for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for today's live. Thank you so much for that. In connection with that, y'all, because I know we're still watching these cases. People be tripping. Now, this particular topic hits a little closer to home. I'm gonna see the fact that this person was married to one of my cousins. Okay, and it kind of goes with some of the topics of illegal activities. Okay, I was talking to another one of my cousins yesterday, and I did not realize that the trial had been taking place, or had taken place, I should say. But one of my cousin's husbands was second in charge at a top school district. Okay, he worked his way up from being the head of the custodial staff to being the COO, Chief Operating Officer. Michelle said, "What about R. Kelly overdose? I think someone trying to hush him up." Oh yeah, let me tap into that right quick. People be tripping before I go into this one. Now with R. Kelly, y'all, R. Kelly has served some of his time, and he's been in jail. Okay, on the 30-year sentence. Okay, hey Shelly Shaz, my sis is in the building. Thank you for joining, sis. Jay said, y'all just think people entertain the foolishness and don't get what they are looking for in the situation and now want to sue in some cases. Yes, in some cases. Shout out to that one. Thank you for the super sticker. She said people be tripping, but we see the play. Girl, you better say that again. Don't let me get too loud up in here. Okay, I agree. You better, girl, that thing will preach. Thank you for being a sponsor for today's live. I'm telling you, let me, before we go to R. Kelly, let me say this. I know I had an epiphany when you sit back and watch on some stuff, baby. Okay, I showed no peep to play this past week at the end of the week on these social media streets. Yeah, I noticed something. When someone said something to someone else, I was like, oh, okay, now I see. Yeah, just know the play comes out. Okay, so now going back to R. Kelly, shout out to my sis Shelly Shells for sending floating hearts. I appreciate it, sis, and thank you for being a sponsor for today's live. So R. Kelly, y'all, was supposedly, now I don't know how true this is. This is alleged. Was in solitary confinement. Now I don't know why he would have had his own anxiety medicine on him. Okay, they said that he had his own medicine. Good morning, Joy. It's real online. Welcome. And the staff came and gave him additional meds, allegedly. Now, R. Kelly, his lawyers have been trying to get him out of there. They've been trying, okay, for saying various things that someone's trying to attack him in there and all of that. And so from that, they realized that he needs to go to the hospital. He said everything got black and dark. So they rushed him to the hospital and found out that he had been allegedly overdosed on medicines that they were giving him. Now, while he was there, they also found some blood clots allegedly in his leg, and they wanted to perform surgery on those blood clots. But this, I guess the warden or whoever there that makes the decision said no. Now, I don't know how they could get away with that, because even with the at the county level, if those inmates are sick or need to go to the hospital, they have to have guards take them to the hospital or take them to the doctor. Okay. You have to give them aid, and make sure they're getting taken care of. So allegedly, they said no. So his lawyers are filing motions to get him out of jail because they feel like he was under an attack of a gang member, top gang member there. I forgot what it was called. That one that's trying to get at him in prison. I don't know if this is just another way of just trying to get him out, or if it is true and that's happening like that. That those are red flags that someone is possibly trying to take him out. Look at his charges, okay? Okay, and we just never know. So yeah, I love R. Kelly and his music. I don't agree with any of the stuff that transpired. Okay, so I will put that out there. Yeah, we can still like a person, but we still got to hold people accountable, especially when it comes to illegal activities, minors and things of that sort. And Fat Joe has minors on his lawsuit, fooling with minors allegedly. Okay, so I don't agree with none of that. I don't agree with the Tyler Perry situation. Hey, I like Tyler Perry. But however, I don't agree with if you are found guilty of potentially actually assaulting someone or using your influence to do something. I don't agree with all of that. Okay, so yeah, sometimes these people get away with stuff for so long they think they're untouchable. Your money, your influence. No, you can be touched. Okay. Ramalena said, denying medical care to an inmate is odd. Exactly. Brittany said, but how did he take a lot of medicine and blood clots in his leg? Allegedly, he should be seen by someone, a doctor. Well, they did take him to the doctor. He had a consultation and everything, to get the surgery. That's what is being reported. But they said no. Michelle said in prison, you can't get an aspirin without it being distributed. Okay. That's why I said something's fishy. Brahmalena, she said it's too much exposure at once. Okay. Baby, I'm telling you, hey, y'all want to, that's another reason. I just was like, baby, let me just sit back and watch. Okay. I'm not getting involved in nothing. I need a break. So it's almost like just TV. I just been watching stuff like TV. That's how I've been doing. Just chilling. Okay. But yeah, y'all. So I don't know where this is about to go. I guess after they file the motion, we'll kind of see where that goes with R. Kelly. And so then with my cousin's husband, now he was in a top district here in the U.S., the second largest, okay, as the COO. And he had worked his way up. He even created a position for my cousin, okay? Now, what he was doing was, how you have your friends and they have businesses. He was bringing them on to get contracts with the district, okay? And they were all Black. He's Black. They were all Black. And so this lady from San Antonio, which was a Hispanic lady, looked at the list of contractors and she was like, well, this is not being very diverse, because she was trying to get a contract with the district also. And she brought it to his attention and she tried to give him a chance, to see would he do, at least work with her, or why was this being done like this? Well, he didn't listen to her. She went to the top people and filed a complaint, and they did a whole investigation. Oh my gosh, y'all. So during that investigation, they found out that he had been getting kickbacks from his friends. And if y'all don't know what a kickback is, that means you have your friend come and get contracts with the districts. Hey, Kathleen, good morning. Oh yeah, D, he had blood clots allegedly. Ramalena said, did Cat Williams say what we needed to do to protect our peace? No, he didn't give us that tip yet. We need another interview from Cat. Brittany said, but why he didn't get the help that he needs? I like Tyler Perry or Kelly, but I don't agree with what they are doing to other people. They're wrong on that. Everyone is in line. Right. D said exactly. When I heard, I was like, what the heck? would they take him back to jail if he had blood clots? Because blood clots, y'all, can unalive you. Okay, they can unalive you. They can shoot into your heart. They can shoot into your lungs, and they can unalive you themselves. So hey, there that goes. Okay, I'm just saying. So then kickbacks are pretty much when you bring your friends in to get contracts, the district pays them, right? So then they would give him a cut of the money that they would get. Okay. Some of them were not even doing the work properly. They found that out. And so he was also, he had met up with the lady at a Walmart to give her some money. And he swiped his card at this Walmart. So that part was on the record. Then he had a friend that was working with him on this. Okay. Hey, Angie, welcome. The friend, y'all. Me and my cousin were shaking our heads on this part. Not the cousin who he's married to. And he kept a ledger, a book of the names of the people that they were paying and doing all this stuff with. So when all the investigation was being done, y'all, the feds, now this is federal, okay? They came down on both of those homes at one time. Now, it at that time had been alleged that they had just gotten $90,000 each from a whole kickback. They had gotten this large amount. They found $90,000 cash in both of their houses. Okay, I don't know why you at home with that much cash in your house. They found the ledger. They found these contractors that were doing it. Y'all, when I tell y'all, my cousins, they had $1 million homes. He was the COO getting paid like 30-some thousand a month. I know with the position he created for her, she probably was getting 15K. 20K a month. So combined in their house, they were already getting a good amount of money. But see, people start getting greedy. Okay. Because that's what, 60? Okay. You can probably say about 50,000 a month. So then you doing all this dirty stuff trying to get extra money. Now the whole house gone. All the finances gone. Okay. They had to seize all accounts. Okay. Some of the people, the contractors, have already served time. I did not realize, my cousin just told me that they've had his whole trial already, which I have to look into that because I want to cover. I mean, y'all, this is the second largest district here in the U.S. Okay. So now his sentencing is next month. He's looking at in Fed prison about at least 20 years. Now, their children, the sad part is he has 3 girls. Excuse me. The sad part is they now have to endure this about their dad, and they're not used to struggle. Okay. They're not used to struggle. They were born into our family having their family. I'm not, hey, I'm trying to get to that. Look, me and my husband trying to get to that level. Okay. Baby, they used to going to piano classes doing XYZ, top name brand this, name brand that, fancy cars, house, and all of that. Imagine they got a divorce right after that happened. Okay, I know she probably knows some stuff and did not want to get caught up in that. So then now, not only you're losing your livelihood, but now your parents are getting a divorce. They got a divorce. She lost her parents after this. Both of her parents, my cousins, passed away. Those are my mom's first cousins. Okay. Well, the dad and then, his wife passed away. She had to move with her 2 girls into their old home. I don't know what he has been doing. Now, when he was talking to my other cousin, he doesn't see the criminal side of that. Okay. He doesn't see the criminal side of what he did. He looked at it as in he was just helping people, and then everybody left him. Thank you, Brittany. Have a good day. I appreciate it, sis. Okay, Brad Baby said, right, I'm trying to find a food stamp plug for someone, some honey bunch. I said, not some honey buns. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Miss Braves, thank you, her mom. Yes. Okay. Let me see what I miss up here. Queen Teddy, hope you're feeling well. Yes. Okay. I want to make sure I'm not really missing anything. What did you say about your niece, D? I'll be praying too. Okay. I missed that comment. Okay. Um, good morning, Rebecca. The other Rebecca is here. I don't get you in trouble for reading my comments. Girl, look, I'm just reading. Y'all silly. I can't keep up. So then y'all, so now he has to be sentenced. So my thing is this. If you was gonna do something, man, you better be smart about it. Like, I would have been stacking cash with all of that money. Me and my husband, we were talking. I'm like, baby, we would have had cash. Everybody, the family that I trusted. Look, keep this money in case I go. y'all better keep this money, okay? Because then he has lost all of his money. Now the good part that I didn't know about, it was a blessing. Now he was on a contract, like a 7-year contract with the district. After all of that went down, the district did pay him out on his contract. So they didn't have to do that, okay? They paid him out the rest of his contract, which would have been a whole extra, I think, 4 years. And they did not let him keep his pension. They let his wife keep her pension. So she was living off that money. But yeah, it's crazy. So that is like more closer to home, the stuff that people will get out here doing. Okay? That stuff catches up. There have been years, y'all. Like years of him doing that, and it was never detected until one person that's not gonna play with you told on him, which sparked a whole investigation. So now I don't know. I don't know if he knows that life. So keep them lifted in prayer. That the family on that, because that shocked me. It really did. When all that came out, it was all over the news, in the newspapers and all this. So I know it's probably more so in Houston over the news there. Let's see. Hey, the real future doctor. Wait a minute. What all these new names? Y'all funny. Hey, the real future Dr. R. Wade. She said, it's Ridgeway. I'm late. Are you talking about time? Ridgeway, we've been all over the place. All over the place. Look, we got a part 1 and a part 2. Okay. Congratulations to Queens and I guess Ridgeway future. Come on, doctors. Okay. Look, I'm trying to be there with y'all. Okay. I'm the future too. Okay, it's just a matter of me finish. Okay, I appreciate it. So then, y'all, yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know how that's gonna go, but y'all, I think let's see, it's been over an hour. Lord, I just been talking. I told y'all when I'm in a talkative mood, I can talk. Okay, when I'm not, I don't have nothing to say. Let's see, it's Dr. Braves to you. She said we were called uneducated bums, so we had to update our credentials. Okay, I need to update mine too. Oh, Ridgeway said someone changed the name. Oh, they had cloned you. Oh, got you. Wow. See, y'all, that's the stuff I'm talking about. Okay, with these social media streets, people can clone names and pictures and things like that. Mrs. X said, Queen Tandy, thank you. I hope you're doing well. But feces can't. Okay, look, I'll just be reading the comments. Michelle said, I promise most people in those situations, they don't think keep funds out of your name, and hopefully in divorce, the wife secured a good settlement for the kids. You know what? I don't know how that's going to work either, because if she did, well, I guess they would allow that money to go out. I don't know how that works. If they would seize the funds, that's the thing. I don't know, because that would be something that that needs to be considered, in that situation about the kids. So that's when they are under 18. Yes, that part is sad. That's sad too. But yes, y'all. So keep them lifted. That was some. Ooh, I was just shaking my head like, man, we got to do better. Like seriously. And y'all, that's what I'm saying. Like I get it with the names and things like that, because even with the subscribers, things are happening on the YouTube streets and things like that, where people are cloning people's names to go into chats to keep certain narratives going, or trying to create beef and drama, or to make you look a certain type of way. Hey, it's only one open book, okay? So, baby, if y'all see my name anywhere else, it should not be. Let me know. Okay, let me know. Because, baby, people is doing the most. People be tripping. She's in the army. This is her last year. She been in there since 19. Oh, okay, okay. I'm praying for your niece and anyone else that has people in the army. I'm praying that God keeps them safe through all of this. This is crazy. Okay, let's see. Hi, Dr. J. She said that part. Okay. Hey, y'all be safe in these streets. But I am going to hop off so I can. It really is. It's not supposed to be Dr. J, but recently I see it's a lot that's taking place. It's a lot that goes on, and y'all, one thing that can happen, people don't always have to be in something, but sometimes it can just be between subscribers and they don't want to be in chats together. Like it's a lot that is taking place. And I just want everyone to know y'all are welcome here. We are here for, to have fun, entertaining, laughter. Sometimes we cry. We have serious topics, but anyone is welcome here as long as we're just not disrespectful and so forth. Hey, I'm good. Y'all humor and some of the things y'all say. Hey, it makes it funny and fun to me. Let's see here. Yes, congrats. Yes. I need to see the middle school transcript to confirm attendance. Y'all silly. Okay, Dr. J said, I just returned from church. Listen while driving home. Thank you so much, Dr. J. I appreciate that. What did Michelle say? YouTube streets, I recently started engaging, but the drama, the drama. As an attorney, a person I learned is serial beef starter. I reported. As an attorney, a person I learned is a serial beef starter. Oh, you reported that person. Okay, gotcha. Ooh, woo. Okay, because see, and that's the other thing, y'all. We never know who's in our chats. Okay, we've had people in here from high up. Okay, we got attorneys, you got police officers. These different people are in these chats. People are not going to show their real names for security reasons. Okay, everybody in chat's not going to just say, "Oh, this is Tamika Michelle," or Tamika Michelle Johnson, or this is Henry, whoever. People not going to put that. Not just throwing out names, y'all, randomly. They're going to put whatever their alias is, so, excuse me, we get that. But when it goes to being deceptive or using somebody else's, or that's where it becomes an issue. Okay. And so certain things people will let you get away with for so long until when they crack down on you, it's too late. Okay. They have their evidence or what they need. Okay, so Michelle said, I have been an attorney for 32 years, and that beef that led to the Vegas situation, I've been reaching out to YouTube, last night on X, and YouTube finally answered me. Okay, wow. Yeah, definitely. I hope that they look into that, because some people will use it in a, how do I want to put it? It's definitely not legal, some of the stuff that's being done. Okay, they are using it in a defamatory way, and also as a weapon. Not that someone is really using copywritten material or things of that sort. They're using it to cover up certain things. They don't want people to react to certain things, so they'll try to get stuff taken out. It's just all kind of stuff. Okay, so yeah. that needs to look into now, or needs to be looked into. Now, if it's something like real celebrities, real people, these people done paid, been in the booth hours, paying booth money to record and all that, you playing their stuff, yeah, they deserve a cut. When you out here talking noise, you on live showing what your kids do in the background and people react to it, but because you don't want people to look at you in a certain type of way, you shouldn't just be able to just strike someone's channel and do all of that. Girl, go sit down somewhere and get it together. My hubby was in the Marines and had some real connects high up. You never know who people know for real. Exactly. Jay said, as long as they don't pretend to be another person. I'm just saying. Jay, and I'm not saying that your real name. I'm saying you in the chat pretending like you that person typing behind the thing. Okay. I mean, y'all, we got some real mental issues on this YouTube app. Some people not functioning with the full deck. We have to know that. I'm not laughing at the mental illness itself. I'm just saying, not everyone is in their right mind. Okay, so if we look at it like that, that's something totally different. You can tell it's the equivalent of committing a crime, going to jail, and committing the same crime that put you in jail again. Exactly. Okay, D said, and it's only one me. Please let me know. Okay. Michelle said, FYI, this is my real name and my link profile matches. Okay, attorney Michelle Phillips, come on now. Let's see. Bramalena said, well, it's about time YouTube does something. Yes, exactly. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Mrs. X said, Bramalena, I completely agree. I'm starting to look at YouTube sideways. Yeah. Hey, V, welcome. Mrs. X said, Bramalena is sad and disgusting. YouTube should not be giving out people's addresses. Right. And I don't get that too. If you're doing a strike or something like that, and you want to appeal it, why do I have to appeal to you with a real address? No. If you use your email and you appeal, I'm using mine or a fake one. Okay. Why you got to know people's addresses? D said, well, I love everybody. I may not like what people do, but it's still love. Right. Exactly. Let's see. People in law enforcement will gather intel long enough for the perpetrators to incriminate themselves. Let's just say they have exactly what they need. Oh, wow. Right, Shelly. They really not. V said, I know I'm not. Well, so leave the F alone. She said, leave her the F alone. Let's see. Bramalena, is YouTube profiting off of these individuals? Yep. If you are monetized, if a channel is monetized, yes, they are. YouTube takes most of the super chat money. Okay, you don't get, the content creator does not get that. You are a partner with YouTube. So they are very well profiting off of your account, especially if you're way up there. Oh, yeah. Let's see. This person is dangerous, starts multiple channel sectors and dox, scam, and bully unnecessarily. Oh, Michelle. Oh, my gosh. Dee said, well, everybody not who they say they are, so you have to be on point of who you talk to and get close to. Say that again. Yes, I agree, sis. Rebecca said the person on Facebook has a mental illness that I had to deal with last week. Oh, wow, Rebecca. And I missed what you had said happened with that. Brat Baby said, yeah, she is in real big trouble. I would not be participating in her chat if I didn't want to go down too. Wow. So, yeah, I don't know. But, child, be careful out here, y'all. Just be careful. But, y'all, this was fun. I just wanted to come and shout that out. We're going to have to do this again on People Be Tripping, okay? Because this is a lot of people, okay? It's hard to cover it on one live. We got a lot to cover. But y'all have thoroughly enjoyed you all today. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you didn't hit it coming in. Make sure you hit it going out. Also, I uploaded some new shorts and videos. Make sure you check those out. And let's see, D, yes, YouTube is kind of scary. D said, I have a lady that comes in my chat. I really don't trust her. I told some of my mods, keep an eye on her. She's always lying. It's crazy. Okay. V said, what might say when they show you who they are, believe them the first time. V, I should have listened last week, that incident, because I had to check in my spirit the first time. I let it slide. And then lo and behold, she really showed me the second time. And so I just have to watch, when you start learning who people really are, you just handle them with the long handle spoon. That's what you got to do. Yeah, Shelly, it's too much going on. Be careful who you align yourself with. Right. You are the company that you keep. You better preach. Rebecca said, she said people are jealous of her, child. A lot of people say that. You know what? People be tripping. I got one more. Baby, I get so sick and tired of people with imaginary beefers, imaginary haters, imaginary people that are jealous of them. Like, just cut it out. Okay? Cut it out. Because most of the stuff you're lying about, not even true anyways. Okay? Cut it out. Everybody not jealous of you, hating on you, or none of that. So cut it out. Now, if you got real people out here doing all that, you shouldn't even be letting it bother you like that. So then you the one big bothered out here. You must not be operating your full confidence if you are worried about what the little people are talking about. I get so sick and tired of, they just watch me, they just jealous, they just hate, just trying to create that so they can have something to talk about, have something to go live about. Shut up. I had to get that out on this segment of people be tripping. They thinking somebody always thinking about them. Shut up. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. Sit down. Nobody is jealous. Okay? Brahmalena said, yes, that's what I said. It's too much at once, even on the news. Yes. Dr. Brave said, Brad, everyone who was in the chat who assisted with facilitating funds and encouraging the illegal activities may find themselves in the middle of a sticky situation. Oh, Lord. Is your D, is your name's changed? I don't see her. Oh, Royal D. Do you don't see her in the chat? Michelle said, I really enjoyed you all. Everyone, please stay safe. You too, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for that info. Right, Shelly. I'm like, shut up. I'm telling y'all, a lot of people be up there talking about, man, these people be jealous of me. They be up there hating and all of this and da-da-da-da-da. People that say that are not secure in who they are. You would not even be worried. Do you know how many people out here hating on me and probably jealous, and I treat them kind and nice? Nobody should know that you didn't already peep the play or peep them. Okay, you just act your normal self. But you have a check in your spirit, or you done took a mental note and clocked it. We don't need to hear about it every day. Okay, that's all we're saying. Mrs. X said, nobody is jealous of Cactus. We would be so elated if she was killed. Okay. Oh my God. Right. Ramalena, shut up. Some people, you just want to say that. So I'm sorry I have to get it out on this segment, because I'm going to be back. Oh my goodness. Yes, Right Baby says, sit down. Who you talking to? You telling me with your blow up doll looking stuff. I don't know who you talking about. Y'all silly. Dr. J said, I mentioned yesterday, we must protect our mental too. Right, Dr. J, I agree. Okay, D said, real future. No, I have not changed my name. It's the same. Okay. Oh, okay. No, it's Royal D. Okay, Jay said, y'all can't, my bank card was compromised about 2 weeks ago. I had my card, but someone used my card number and charged almost $400. Not sure how, but I used my card on. Yep. And you know what? If someone had access to the card number and that 3-digit and the zip code and all of that, they can order stuff. And to be honest, some places don't even ask for the zip code. If they just have the info from the card, because depending on if you go to a restaurant or people will sneak in, write it down, you just never know who can get access to that info. Brahma Lana said, and if they aren't going to shut up, I'm just going to stop listening. I'm tired. Jay said, I said that because I haven't supported anyone in a few weeks, but I will. Thank you, Jay. You are so sweet. God bless you. Let's see. Brave said, I'm not jealous of someone who is unable to spell jealous related. Okay, B said you're black. Y'all silly. That is terrible. I hope the bank gives you your money back. Exactly. D said, my thing is trusting people. I'm sorry, too much all of my life, but now it's different, right? Sometimes you can be too trusting. Yeah. And all that slick shade stuff, the fakeness, please stop it. Okay? Please stop it. Because some people just faking it and trying to shake it. No. That mess don't work with everybody. We see through you. Okay? We done peeped the play. You're fake. I just got to get that out here on People Be Tripping. Ooh, Lord. Just stop it. Yes, get some help. Be healed. Be healed. Be delivered. Oh, y'all. I'm cutting up. That's funny to me. I'm sorry. Y'all so funny. We all need to laugh. Right, Pam? We gotta laugh, y'all. We don't want to take the entertainment and the funny stuff out of it. Just, it's okay. Don't be so tense. Okay? We gotta loosen up. Have some fun. I'm telling you, Brad baby, I'm sick of it. You're fake. I see through you. Thank you, Shelly Shells, for I don't know what that was, the gym. It doesn't show me what it is. Right, we gotta laugh. Yes, take your black, your fake, your you wrong, B. You are silly. Okay, girl, we sick of it. Now, what time is it? Oh, Lord, I'm supposed to be up. Well, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining. Y'all sick. Shout out to the real people. Shout out to the people that tell it like it is. Shout out to the people out there encouraging, loving, happy, genuine, beautiful people. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to everyone that was a part of this live, whether you were in the chat or in the bushes. Thank y'all so much for joining the view. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hey, Lolo. Hey, sis. She said, y'all, I'm still at work. Okay, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you, sis, for joining. I hope you have a good day at work. Shelly, leave me alone. Y'all, Shelly, she trying to be funny. Shelly said, when I'm done, like when I got all my talking, I'll be like, well, y'all, I think I'm like we trying to hang up the phone. And then here come Lolo. Okay, soon as I'm trying to hang up the phone, here come Lolo. Hey y'all. So then I have to say it again, and then I start reading comments again. Jay said, they said mine was easy. They were all the same. Merchant. See, yep. Somebody that probably knew somebody there, they went to that particular person. They knew they could get away with it. Yep. Bray said, I'm delighted to see you all today. Right. Okay. Oh my God, y'all. I am done. Well, this has been a great live. Y'all have made me laugh. This is a great way to start off our day. What time is it? What is the time? I was supposed to be somewhere and I'm just on here talking like I ain't supposed to be somewhere. But thank y'all so much. I really do. Thank you. Thank you, D. I appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all have a blessed Sunday today. Shout out to all the sponsors today. Yes. All right, Ramalani. Now everybody gonna know when she say, well, y'all. Okay. I hope y'all have a happy Sunday. I will be back. You're welcome, Bromelana. I missed y'all so much, laughing and giggling on here and just really getting into some conversation. I may be back later with little brief shorts or lives or videos as we travel, but thank y'all so much. Yes, Jay, but I haven't shared it. I shared the link today. I knew Thursday was Juneteenth, so I didn't. Today I shared the link because we're not at home and things like that. So yes, but I'm still doing my worship. I hope y'all, especially in the times we in right now. Okay, D said all that asking me like you don't know. See, what I'm gonna say is I'm on it too. Okay, Rebecca said, open book, you in the chat. Have a blessed day. You too, Rebecca. Right, D. We peep stuff. Okay, so stop it. Quit acting. Okay, but thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great day. I will see y'all next time. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.